Hello, just getting out into nature. Finished my movement today, walking around, and just want to speak a little bit about movement and health in general. And how I grew up around fitness culture, studying Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Lee. Those are my favorite too. Read a bunch of their books when I was like 15, 16, inspired by them. Was a bit of a gym rat, you could say. Found myself chasing bulk, muscle. Nothing wrong with that. But I found myself not able to move that well after accumulating years and years of lactic acid and muscle mass. Basically turned into ineffective muscle groups. I could only, be strong linearly. So I slowly drifted away from that. I still practice linear movements. I still do weights. Not as often as I once did, but I do. I enjoy them still. But I found myself drifting away from the gym, finding myself wanting to move a little bit differently, exploring movement through mobility, through breath work, studying Qigong, stuff like that, etc., going to workshops, learning from knowledgeable people with years of experience, which I miss. Anywho, I found myself drifting away from going inside the gym and just focusing on getting stronger and putting on more muscles and how much more weight I can push and be strong and all that stuff. I found myself wanting to move away from linear movement and more into non-linear movement, more fluid, more complex, more of an exploration. So I found myself going off to retreats into Hawaii, Ojai, and Southern California and such, learning from one of my friends and mentors, Cass Phelps. I came across a biological breathing process, which has radically transformed my life and healed my body in many ways. And I've been on this path for about maybe 5 or 6 years. Came across my dear friend Cass about 5 years ago. And anyways, working with wave functions, tense gravity model, working with our relationship with gravity, and through the biological breathing process, and working with the biological intelligence that lives within us as human beings, and not only that, within our environment that's in nature. So that's why I come back to about a lot of things that have been moving and integrated through my body have been from the wild, from the earthly kingdom, and that's why I'm passionate about collecting knowledge from the voiceless and from my environments and from the land spirits. And they show me many things about how nature moves, working with the elements of earth, wind, fire, water, and air, and spirit. And I've been documenting this, sharing this freely for a long time now. And it's a holistic way of being. It's a lifestyle, honestly. And working with the breath allows us to become more and more present and aware, self-referential and aware of our bodies, our emotional intelligence, and discovering things through our exploration process, through our bodies and through our breath. Our mind and body are not separate from one another. They're one. And that's why I speak a lot about mind control and belief systems, because a lot of beliefs out there and dogmas and things of that nature disconnect us from not only our bodies but the source of life, our organic nature. So coming back to health and wellness, I think the top 3 things I want to share and introduce and let people know what they should be focusing on. The 3 biggest things are clean water, and I'm not talking about your tap water, I'm talking about alkaline water, I'm talking about fresh spring water. You can go findaspring.com, find one near you. 2, eating healthy, organic foods. And not only that, allowing your body to integrate that food as medicine into your body and working with that process and that relationship with food, because it's directly connected to your relationship with yourself. What we're putting in our body and how we relate to that. And the 3rd thing is water, food, and 3, daily activities, healthy exercise and movement. Whatever calls for you, whether it's going to the gym, focusing on strength and conditioning, whether it is yoga and breath work, or maybe it's just outside taking a walk and going for hikes. I like it all. So those are the 3 things that I feel like are the most important for people to integrate into a mind-body connection and activate their spirit once again. And I look at movement